Okay, for this task, we wanted to see what subjects she studied more than a half an hour. Okay, and I noticed that on all of these, it does not have a denominator of 2. It does not have a denominator of half. So I have to use what I know about equivalent fractions to try to change these so that I can compare them. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the top one in math. So I'm going to write 1/2 because I want to change it. And I know that math, it has a denominator of 4. It says 3/4. So that's what I'm going to change my 1/2 to, is having it as a denominator of 4. So now I need to think, okay, how do I jump from 2 to 4? 2 times what gives me 4? 2 times 2 gives me 4. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 1 times 2, well, that's just 2. So now I've got an equivalent fraction with the same denominator. So I'm going to pull down my 3/4 to compare. Because now it's easier. I just have to compare those top numbers, the numerator. And I know that 3 is bigger than 2. So 3/4 is greater than 2/2, or really 1/2. So yes, she spent more time here. And I'm just going to give it a little star, saying she spent more time studying math. Okay? We're going to do the same thing with reading now. So we're still sticking with 1/2. We want to change it. And reading, I notice it has a denominator of 8, 7/8. So I'm changing that 2 to an 8. So how do I jump from 2 to 8? 2 times 4 gives me 8. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do the top. So 1 times 4, that's just 4. Okay, so now I've got my same denominator. I'm going to pull down my 7/8 and compare. 4/8 compared to 7/8. I know that 7 is bigger than 4, so this one again is less than. Okay, she spent more time, more than 4/8 or half an hour. So reading 2 is a star. Okay, I'm going to set you up with writing and science, and I want you to try to do the same strategy to see, did she spend more than a half an hour in writing and science, or did she not? Okay, so we're still using 1/2. And writing is split into 6, so I'm changing that 2 to a 6. Okay, and I think 2 times what gives me 6? 2 times 3. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So then I do 1 times 3. Okay, and then once you get that answer, then compare it to 3/6. And then science, we're working with tenths. So I know 2 times 5 equals 10. I have to do the same thing to the top, 1 times 5. When you get that answer, then compare it to 5/10. Okay? Make sure it should have a less than sign for it to be starred. If it doesn't, then that means she did not spend more than a half hour.